in terms of the biggest issues or challenges facing the public service in terms of skills, talent and attraction, I think it's fair to say that understanding who our skilled employees are, so actually understanding the skills that our employees have and forecasting what sort of skills we're going to need in the future. We've done a lot across many agencies in recent times to try and identify the important skills that we have. There's now a lot more work going into identifying critical skills that we have to underpin our robust workforce planning processes, which then of course feed into who in the market we target, the approaches that we use to target people in the market, and then getting people in the door in the agency. So that's really about the attraction piece. I think one of the other things that I've seen more recently is a different level of intelligence being applied to attraction processes. So really trying to use data to understand the candidates that you're trying to attract and honing your approaches to that very need. So what strategies can we leverage to overcome some of those challenges? I think it's a matter about pausing and actually understanding who your workforce is. Again, it goes back to the workforce planning piece, but also then understanding what you're going to need into the future. So really important to make sure that your recruitment processes are effective in attracting the right people. But then more than that, I think, and we haven't really touched on it, but also making sure that the employee experience, not only through the recruitment process, but also once they come into the organisation, is front and centre of how you treat people and how you engage with your staff. So what's our agency doing to improve employee experience? A number of things that we are doing. Actually, we're doing many things, but two things I will talk about. One is our talent acquisition operating model changes. So we're really putting people or the candidate at the centre of the recruitment process. We want to be sure that even if a candidate is unsuccessful, their experience has been such that they will come back and apply for another job. Conversely, if you have a poor recruitment experience, people won't apply for your jobs again. So even if unsuccessful, we want people to apply for jobs again. The other thing that we're doing is we're creating a learning academy within Services Australia. Now that will give people opportunity to access many different courses and career paths, develop their own sort of learning journey, if you like, and a bit of a Netflix-like experience to learning. So that will be really positive in terms of employee experience. My number one tip to drive better employee outcomes is really to engage with your staff. People need to connect with people in genuine and authentic ways, probably more so than what they've ever had to do that before. Our employees in the agency, they look around outside the organisation, there's a lot of distrust around different institutions. I think they're looking for people they can trust. Genuinely engage with your people and create connection, and you will get that level of engagement to actually drive better employee outcomes. What does great innovation look like in practice? In Services Australia, there's one example that I can point out is in terms of the way that we've established a complaints management approach for employees. So we previously had a long drawn out process for employee complaints. We've changed that. We've changed the number of areas that employees can go to for their complaints resolution and created what's called the Respect Hub. Now people get the opportunity to go to one place, they get supported through dealing with their complaint and it's dealt with quickly. That, in my view, is a great example of innovation and a big change from what we were doing before, and it gets better employee outcomes as well. So what have I enjoyed most about today's event and what was my biggest takeaway? Look, I think just being able to come and connect with people outside of the work environment and listen to what others are doing across other agencies, across the private sector and from some of the consultants as well. It's always nice to pause, come and listen, connect with people and also understand what others are doing. And quite often you find out they're all facing the same challenges as you, so great to connect with people.